So, Sonic Prime is a television show that premiered on Netflix back in 2022. And since then, it's been one of the better television shows that's been based off of a video game series that I've seen the past couple of years. And from my knowledge, it's gotten like 3 seasons, and apparently, it's not going to be renewed for a fourth season, which would have been next year in 2025. And I'm not exactly sure what the reasons are, but there has been rumors floating around as to why that might be the case. One of them is that the production of Sonic Prime is very expensive. Another one is that the viewership for the show had dropped over time because I remember it gained mainstream attention when it was first announced and before it came out, and there were way more people like paying attention to Sonic Prime 3 years ago opposed to now. And I think another reason why Sonic Prime is leaving Netflix is because Netflix they tend to pull the plug on certain television shows after a few seasons. It's something that isn't new because I believe they did that with Halo not too long ago, because I think the Halo television series had premiered in 2022 as well. But to be fair, the Halo television series was awful for the most part because a lot of people feel like it wasn't that faithful to the video game series. Sonic Prime wasn't necessarily based off of any particular Sonic video game. It was more of a standalone television series, which may have been non-canon, at least to my knowledge. And honestly, I watched like all of season one and some of season two, and honestly, I was impressed by what I saw. The voice acting, the way everything looked, the whole multiverse thing. Um, yeah, I mean, Sonic Prime exceeded my expectations because it, even though it was mainly a kid show, it was definitely darker than Sonic X from 2003, which was really kiddie and really campy. And I feel like Sonic X tried to follow like Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2 very closely. At least that was the case for the first 2 seasons. But I don't know. Sonic Prime to me, um, I feel like it was almost as dark as Sonic Saturday AM from the early 90s because I believe that came out like around 1993. It only got like one, I think it only got like one season, and then it ended on a cliffhanger. And Sonic Prime season 3, this also ended on a cliffhanger as well, but it wasn't necessarily a dark cliffhanger or anything like that. I don't know. It was basically a cliffhanger that looked like there was more adventure and more fun and more stories to be told. But it doesn't seem like we're going to see. Um, we're going to see, what's going to happen afterwards. But at the same time, I feel like in terms of ideas and creativity and stuff like that, it's quite possible that the writers had no idea how to top the 3 seasons that they came up with. And I feel like, for the most part, like Sonic Prime had a very interesting story where if you used like the storylines in Sonic Prime, the video game, I'm pretty sure it would definitely sell a couple of mil. It's something that would get people invested in it. But yeah, it seems like, Sonic the Hedgehog in general has actually been on a roll as of late in relation to video games, in relation to movies. A lot of people are still waiting for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, which is supposed to premiere a couple of days before Christmas, I believe. And from what I know, Sonic Prime is supposed to be leaving Netflix before next year. So most likely it's going to be sometime in December. An official release date hasn't been announced just yet. And I don't think Netflix had officially announced a cancellation of Sonic Prime just yet either. However, it's been heavily implied by multiple sources online that season 3 was going to be the final season for Sonic Prime, which is a damn shame. But at the same time, Um, I feel like the series has peaked in terms of, I guess, in terms of like popularity, in terms of people being interested in it, in terms of like viewership and all that stuff. And for the most part, there's really no reason for it to drag on any longer than it needs to. So I kind of understand that. My question is, where will you be able to stream Sonic Prime in the future if it's no longer going to be on Netflix? Because everything is about streaming nowadays, and you're obviously not going to see this on like cable television because who the hell still uses cable in this day and age? Um, I do feel that we're definitely going to get another Sonic the Hedgehog television show later down the line, whether it's in the future or whether it's like years down the line. It's something that's eventually going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be on Netflix or if it's going to be on another platform, but yeah, I mean, the fact that Sonic Prime got 3 seasons tells you that there are still like casuals who are interested in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, whether it be television or whether it be video games, and I do feel that Sonic Prime for the most part is something that people are going to look back as one of the better Sonic the Hedgehog television shows that we've gotten in quite some time because for the most part. I don't know, like the older ones don't seem to compare to this one. And I feel like this one had everything that a hardcore fan of the Sonic series could ask for and then some. And and I don't know, hopefully we'll learn more information about where Sonic Prime is going to be next, concerning the fact that we won't be able to watch it on Netflix again after it eventually leaves that platform.